Hello, everyone. Come on in. Hmm. Take a few breaths, light your candle. I'm giving a little sage here. And hello, come in and say hello to me. I am happy that you are joining me. Beautiful. All right, let me make sure everything's working. Mm. Settling in from the day. Hello, you guys. Oop. Hello, Joanna. Hi. I'm so happy you're here. I love your energy. Yay, Larissa's here too. My girls, they're here. Yay. Okay, you guys can hear me okay? Everything's good? Ah, perfect. Hi, Carla. So come on in, you guys. Say hello. Let me know you're here. It really, really feeds the energy. Ah, this is nice. Hmm. Perfect. Lorraine is here. Hello, hello. Beautiful lady. Oh, you guys, I love this so much. I love it so much. It's like a lot of people say you should go do your lives on your regular feed, like my personal feed. It's like, no, I want to be with my ladies. I just love being with you guys. Okay. Oh, so how was your day? Did you guys get your homework done? Did you do your homework? It's the teacher in me asking you, did you do your homework? Did you make your list up? Did you start to even think about it? Mm-hmm. So welcome to everyone here. Welcome to those of you who are new. If you are new, these master classes are happening pretty much every month. You're going to find that we have a free master class in here. Larissa says, yep, she got it done. Yay. And Carla too. Yay. And then it kind of is the introduction to the programs that I'm going to run through the month. So if you choose you want to go further with me, then you can keep going and come into one of my programs. And this month we have a couple going on. I'll tell you about them at the end. Um, but my intention for you, let me turn that music down just a bit. I love that music. It just makes me relax as soon as I hear it. Come into my center, feel the vibe. Mm. So, um, okay, not frozen at all. Good, good, good. Um, this is part two of Heal the Heart Wounds. You were you were on the wrong video. Hello, Narita. Hello. Yes, I popped in this afternoon and I pulled a card and said hello to people, so you're probably watching that one. Um, so this is part two of Heal the Heart Wounds. And this, is about becoming aware of the things that, sorry, my smudge is really smoking here. Becoming aware of the things that are keeping us from actually manifesting what it is that we're trying to manifest, like the things that we're trying to create in our life from our heart's desires. And we're working on it. We're doing the stuff. We're trying to be, meditate and do our yoga and do all the things, but we're still not quite lining up. That energy isn't quite lining up and syncing up with the universe. And the reason is that we've got other stuff going on, and a lot of it has to do with our heart wounds. And so we've been digging into that. Last night we started talking about the heart wounds. And tonight, we're going to go deeper. So, like I said last night, hold space for yourself. Be gentle around this work. It doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be messy. It can be soft and beautiful if you will allow yourself to have that space. And I'm holding space here for you. So I hope you got your list done last night. The thing is that if you really, really want to get the most out of these free master classes, you need to be engaged. If you just say, okay, I'm just going to listen, kind of passively listen, you will get some stuff out of it. But it's when you really jump in and go, okay, I'm gonna like take advantage of this. Like this is free, and people pay me for this stuff. So this is really great for you to take advantage of. And I always try to give you really good information, really good gold nuggets that you can dig into and do some work around, and if it creates a shift for you, that makes me happy. So that's my intention, is that you get something from these. But when you sit down and you take your time for you and you light a candle and you say, okay, I'm really gonna sink into this thought. Like, what does trigger me? How do I behave when I'm triggered? What's my pattern of behavior? Then then you get even more. You get to go even deeper. You get so much more out of these programs, right? So that's the way the shifts happen, is when you commit to it, when you decide that, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm really ready to make a change. Now, this is why paying for programs really makes a difference, because we invest in ourselves. We decide, okay, this work, I want to do this work. I'm going to pay for a program that's going to take me through this work so that I can clean house. And then once I pay, it's like, I'm going to do it. I am going to follow through and do it. It's kind of like putting, you got some skin in the game. But what I have found is that when I have found coaches that really resonate with me and light me up, I might come to their free stuff for quite a while and take in the free stuff, but I know right away that eventually I'm going to buy this person's programs, or I'm going to work with this coach, because you can feel it. You can feel it in your heart. If these programs like really get you bubbling up from inside and going, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this is something, there's something there." Then, you know, keep coming back for the free stuff. Get to know me. That's all I'd have to say about that. But I know that when I purchase programs and I really engage in them, I always get so much out of it. It's about you. It's about you and your energy and your commitment to it. Now, the way I guide women is through four pillars: source, soul, heart, and human. And they all intertwine together, make up this beautiful tapestry of who we are. But we need to work on all four of those areas, because that is bringing in your soul, your spirit, your team, your higher guidance also. And so I help women align to that, wake up to that. Who is my spirit team? Who are they? And how do I connect with them? How do I hear them? How do I feel them? And what we do is we work through our awakened heart, because that is where we open the gateway to allowing our source, our soul, to come through. So source is the I am presence. That's the big, big energy in the universe. Call it what you want. Call it God, call it goddess, call it, energy, whatever feels right for you. But that's the bigger source of the wellspring of where everything comes through. Hi, Kelly. I'm so glad you're here. And then your soul is closer to you. Your soul is helping you. Your soul is the work to help you clean your energy. Your soul is helping you access that source energy. And your soul comes through your heart, right? Um, and then the human part is the part that we are working on, our behavior patterns, right? The person we are walking as we come down this human path, to have this life experience. Who are we? Who do we want to become? And every day we get to decide that. We get to decide What kind of woman do I want to be, right? Who do I want to be as I grow and get older? None of us are stuck. None of us are stuck. We get to choose every day. We get to recreate ourselves every day or every year. Saying, if you say, well, this is just who I am, that's who I am. That's just choosing, deciding not to do the work. And that's fine. If you're happy there and everything is peachy for you, then perfect. But if you are in a place where you're like, you know what, I know there's more. I know I could do more. I know I could be more. I know I want more, then this is for you. So when you say yes, I'm ready to the universe, when you say I'm going to work, I'm going to walk this path of becoming the best version of who I can be. I'm going to see myself as a work in progress. I'm going to see myself as becoming better and better every day. I'm going to heal the wounds. I'm going to change the patterns. I am going to draw the line in the sand that this pattern is done, right? I am not going to allow this pattern into my life anymore. You know, those old energies, those old energetic codes keep us kind of running in circles and doing the same thing over and over again. And that's the part where we feel like we're on the merry-go-round and we can't get off, and we want to make the changes. And so I guess my whole point is it all starts with you. It's all your commitment, your decision that I am going to start to figure out who I am. I am going to do this for me. I am going to keep walking the journey of becoming more me. And I'm committed to me. I am committing to me because this is my life. And you get to a certain point in your life where you go, like, wait a minute, this is my life. No matter what happens, I wake up in the morning to me, and I walk through the next day with me. It's me, and I will be on my deathbed with me. And yes, I have loved ones around me, but this is my path. This is my walk. This is my life. And so I get to choose and decide how it's going to unfold. You're not expected to become this beautiful, empowered woman overnight. You're not expected to be her tomorrow or next week. This is a walk of becoming. This is a journey. And we're in this together, right? If you walk with me, we walk shoulder to shoulder. We do this together in complete respect, honoring the beautiful soul light that is within you and me and all the women, no matter what we've been through. I don't know what your experiences are. I can only share what I have experienced and been through. And so there's no judgment. It's it's just pure love of I want to help you walk the path that you want to walk. I want you to be happy too. I want you to feel that feeling. Like when I channel that information, it's just like it feels so good, and there's no way to put that into words. And I want you to experience this too, this connection. So no shaming on yourself, no criticizing on yourself, no saying I should be this far already. It's all about the walk of becoming every single day, right? So now, as you do this heart healing, you have support from me, but you also have support from the universe. This is your connection, right? Your soul, the higher aspect of you, is your direct line to your source, and you have a spirit team, right? And your soul helps you bring this through. So when you open up your heart, when you awaken your heart and open that gateway up, and you humbly ask for help, when you get to that point in your life where you're like, something's got to change. I've been there a few times. something's got to change because I can't go on this way. And when it feels so out of your control, when it feels so overwhelming, that's the point where we will fall on our knees and humbly ask for help. The point where ego doesn't matter anymore. But we can get there every day. And once we experience that connection to source, once we experience that, hey, yeah, I do have help, it's easier to get there, to sit down with your candle and your meditation and in your heart prayers and have a conversation with that spirit team. You know, what is your heart yearning for? In Clearing Debris Through Forgiveness, that's a program starting in February. We go deep into this, this opening up our heart. This, you know, we walk together for 6 weeks in that program, 6 full weeks, and they are amazing, powerful weeks. But we go deep into our heart, into our creative flow, and using art journals and journaling prompts, we open up our heart in so many different areas of your life. By the end, you have a beautiful painting of wings for yourself. I walk you through how to create those wings. So by the end of the 6 weeks, you feel like you've gained your wings. You have lightened the load. So as you wrote your list last night, how did you feel? How did it feel to write that list? Did you find that as you started writing, more and more started coming through? As like sometimes as we get writing, as one thought comes in, another one comes in, right? It stimulates the brain. My students don't believe me, but I tell them that when you're writing, when you're handwriting, not typing, you are actually activating all different areas of your brain. And so that's why the journaling, the art or the writing in your journal is so powerful, because as you open up that creativity flow through your mind and your brain, you actually access more of source energy and messages will come through. But I hope that as you got going on your list, you got lots and lots more coming through for yourself. So you may find that you get more coming through after we talk tonight and through the next few days, because you've kind of opened up a gateway there. But we have so many codes, old codes that we have adopted from growing up, from childhood, right? And we talk about this a lot in the light codes of receiving, but I want to give you a snippet of it here tonight. When you look at your list of behaviors and triggers, is there, take a look at that list and go, is there someone else in your life you may have learned this from? So if you, and usually from childhood, people who were around you, people who raised you, we will adopt behaviors from them. Was it modeled in your childhood for you somewhere? So when you go down your list and you look at each thing that you wrote, where did I see this before? Was it modeled? Right? So my reaction when I get hurt, or when someone says something mean, and I'm learning to deal with this, but is I shut down. I just become that small child that runs away into her room, hides under her pillows or her blankets, and just wants to hide, right? I don't want to deal with the world. I don't want to deal with it. And when I went through that and I saw, yes, that's that's a trauma response too. I get that from stuff that happened in my past. But I also uncovered a new layer that I hadn't noticed before. My mom would go into deep depressions when I was young, and she would spend days in the basement, in the dark, sitting on a stool. She didn't want to talk to anybody. No one was allowed to, go down. Like when you went down, it was like really scary to actually go down and approach her, because those times, like she was quite manic, and in the deep dark depressions, she didn't want to talk to anybody, right? She wasn't mean, she didn't yell. You could just, it was like the energy was palpable, right? She just shut us out completely. So when I realized that, yeah, some of my responses of wanting to hide and avoid conflict have to do with trauma response, but that was modeled for me to shut out the world, to hide in the dark, right? And so when I started to pick through some of this stuff, I was like, oh, okay, so I maybe am not as scared to deal with conflict as I think I am, because that's not something that I necessarily have to keep. I can let that go because that it was modeled. So now it wakes me up a little bit more to say, hmm, okay, well, if I had a choice, how would I deal with conflict, right? What are the patterns of struggle in your life? So when we look at our pattern of struggle, we talked a little bit about this yesterday where I said that, you know, a lot of people seem to have like health issues that they've been dealing with all their life, or money issues. That was my thing, money issues over and over and over, right? Relationship issues. Now, that all comes down to the root of learning to love yourself more in your heart, learning to forgive yourself in your heart. But who modeled that pattern for you? So for me, the money issues was modeled. Yeah, there was relationship issues, but I always felt loved as a child, even through all the chaos and craziness. I felt loved. I didn't feel deprived of love. Um, but the money seemed like, well, that's the way it is, right? Who modeled the behaviors, the patterns that you seem to have in your life around you? Where did you first feel rejection? We talked about that last night too. The rejection, where did you first, what memory comes up for you when you go back in your mind and you think of the very first time you ever felt that feeling of rejection? I did that work a while ago, and I found that there was an incident that happened when I was a child where my little brother was born. I was 8 years old, and I was the youngest of three girls. And then my parents had a little boy. And I remember somebody saying to my dad, and my dad, you have to remember, my dad I had him on a pedestal. He was so important to me. I loved him so much. Still do. But as a child, I saw him as like just he could do no wrong, right? Well, somebody in our kitchen said to him, um, you finally have your little boy. You must be so happy. And in that instant, I felt that rejection because I interpreted it as, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm just a girl. When I went back into that moment and I realized how I reacted to it, he didn't reject me. He didn't do anything wrong. I rejected me. I rejected the part of me that was a girl. And so I decided to push her away, right? That's what I mean by we push ourselves away. So when I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, I was just this little girl. And I envisioned bringing her into my arms and telling her she's perfect. And I love her and I love her so much. And she's home here and it's okay, right? So that was one layer of rejection that came up for me where I went, oh my gosh, I've been imagining this in my life, these feelings of rejection because of that incident. But then when I did more work and I went, well, who modeled, what else happened? right? I found that there was more layers in there. There were sisterhood wounds, my own sisters. There was moments of rejection there. And that ran deeper. And so I could see that how I reacted because of certain rejection stories that I was playing out in my mind. So there's layers to this as you keep going. When you look at, well, who modeled this? Who was around me that acted these things out also, right? And so how did the modeling shape who you are now? How did that modeling help you become who you are now? Did you become a rebel? Did you decide, well, I'm never going to be like that? I don't want to be like them, so I'm going to go the complete opposite direction. Did you become more submissive, more fearful, scared, constantly seeking out the love or the attention? Is there trauma to heal? Did you become more determined to prove your worth? Okay, so for all of us workaholics, did you become determined that you were going to show everybody, I'm going to prove to them that I can do this. I'm going to do this, right? When we can start to uncover the way we behave and the patterns we have, we start to, just let go of those cloaks. So as you look at your list, go down your list tonight, and beside each statement, write down where you may have adopted that behavior or that pattern. And then the next question becomes, well, okay, if I adopted all of this stuff, then who am I? Who am I? Really, at my core, who am I? And this is where we call in the support, right? This is what I want you to write in your journal as you do this work. As you find release and you let go of things, I want you to write down, universe, I am ready to see this differently. Universe, I am ready to heal the wounds of my heart. I am ready to become more me. I want to know who I am. I want to know who I am. I'm ready to let go of all the old energetic codes so that I can see my own light. So I want you to close your eyes for a minute with me. I'm going to just take you on a little journey. Close your eyes, take in a few deep breaths, letting it go. Another deep breath in. And let it go. And take one more at your own pace. I want you to imagine that you're standing on a path. And you can look down this path, and at the end there's a big, beautiful light. And it's just radiating love. You know it's welcoming you, it's beckoning you to come forward. And as you come forward, you can feel that you've got this heavy weight. It's almost like wearing a heavy, wet woolen cloak around you. And I want you to undo it and let it fall to the ground. And you keep walking. You feel lighter without that heavy cloak. But there's still one more. Oh, and you're so warm. Take it off. and let it fall to the ground. And keep walking down this path, and every few feet I want you to let go of another layer, another cloak. So every few feet, let the cloaks fall to the ground, and notice how much lighter you feel. Notice how much easier it is to breathe. Keep letting them go, and it feels so good. Feels so much lighter. Your arms can move around, so that by the time you get to that beautiful light, you're completely free of all the heavy cloaks. And you can stretch your arms as you walk into the light. It feels so good. Feel yourself raising your arms up and just allowing the light to be all around you, to enfold you in its warmth. And it feels like freedom. And as you're standing in there, your beautiful divine feminine energy is radiating through you, radiating out from you more and more. And take a few deep breaths. And then come on back to the space here. Come on back. Okay. Come on back and open your eyes. So your divine feminine energy is gentle, loving, and a receiving energy. Yet she's also very, very strong, like a mama bear. But we don't need the cloaks all over us. We can let them go. We can begin the process of revealing our true light and accessing that divine feminine energy. And we're going to do that in healing the heart wounds in the program, and also in When Women Gather this month. Our focus is going to be on our divine feminine goddess energy, right? That's what we're going to be stepping into, right? We have wounded ourselves through our feminine energy because we made all of the things that we've done in the past, all of the experiences that we feel a little guilt or shame over, we gave it meaning. And this is where the healing really happens. This is where we dive in the programs, right? We gave those experiences meanings with our feelings. And yes, I will, actually, Carla, I will repeat that message for you. But we gave those experiences meaning through the feelings that we gave it. So there's nothing that we can do, because doing is masculine energy, being is feminine energy. We need to be in our feminine energy in order to heal the wounds. All the doing that we're doing in the world won't heal the wounds. It's about accessing that beautiful feminine divine goddess and healing through her. And that's what we're going to be doing in Heal the Heart Wounds, the 5-day immersion that I'm going to be offering, and clearing debris through forgiveness, right? Okay, so what I said before was, universe, I am ready to see things differently. Is that the message you were asking about? I'm ready to heal the wounds of my heart. I'm ready to become more me. Universe, I want to know who I am. I'm ready to let go of old energetic patterns and codes so that I can see my light. We bring in, through these programs, through meditations, we bring in new light codes for ourselves that raise our vibration, so our frequency is higher, our energy is less dense, and it's easier to do the work. That's what we do. That's what I do with you as I walk you through the meditations. But we can't bring it in until we get rid of some of the old stuff too. We bring it in a certain sense. It stays around us, but we have to create the space for it to come through. And that's the work of releasing those old codes and walking in feminine energy while we do it. So we're going to be walking with her, opening up to her, truly opening up to her, healing our mother wounds, healing our sisterhood wounds, healing our ancestral wounds, right? You're welcome. Yeah. And this is 5 days. So heal your heart wounds is different from clearing debris through forgiveness. So the heal your heart wounds is happening first. It's 5 days. That starts on February 8th and goes till the 17th. So the days are spread out a little bit so that you can do a little work in between. You are becoming more aware of your wounds, aware of the old patterns and the coding and how it has impacted you in your life and how it has impacted the way you behave. So we are going to be in Heal Your Heart Wounds as we move through becoming aware of this. We are accessing our beautiful divine feminine goddess, but we are also becoming aware of how out of alignment, how we behave out of alignment of her, that is more like the little teenager self, a version of ourself. So we are walking into womanhood through these 5 days of healing. It is going to be absolutely beautiful and epic and full of grace. And then clearing debris through forgiveness begins on the 20th. I can't remember. I don't have my calendar here. But that is a 6-week journey of looking at how you have punished yourself, how you have cut yourself off from love. And we learn how. It's so beautiful because we learn how to forgive ourselves and bring forgiveness into our life so that we again bring more love into our life, and it heals every part of our life. It heals our feelings for ourselves. It heals relationships. It heals our feelings for our body, so physical body, and how we have, hurt ourselves because of the way we look, right? Or maybe held on to extra weight or punished ourselves through our body. It heals our money wounds, right? It heals our relationship with money. It is absolutely the most beautiful journey, and it's 6 weeks long, so that's a big one. But when you come through either one of those, wherever you choose to go, when you come through, you are going to feel lighter and more empowered and more self-worth and more self-love. It's absolutely a gorgeous journey, and it's so wonderful to do it in a group with women. right? To walk together, to share with each other. Oh my gosh, I just, realized I've been doing this to myself. And as one woman shares, another one says, "Oh yeah, oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm doing that too. I didn't even realize it till you said that." Right? So there is such a beauty in circle and holding each other's hands as we walk through it, right? So before I go any further into that, I want to read to you again what I read at the beginning of last night, because I'm hoping that it actually resonates with you even more tonight. So, healing our feminine wounds. We are the matriarch in our own life. We seek the love of the mother aspect of ourself. We seek her approval, her desire, yet we have been the child who rejects her love. We ran away. We rebelled. We did things we are ashamed of. We cut her off and wounded ourselves. We were seeking her in other women, but they had wounds too. So that didn't work. It created even more separation. We hate them, criticize them, judge them. Some of us became mothers with so much love in our hearts, seeking the love in return from our child. And then they grew up and we felt rejection again. Now we wander lost, separated from others because we are separated from our own inner love. It's time to come home. It's time to come home at last, to return to love, heal our wounds. We have grown, experienced, and learned. And now we return home to be held in the arms of our own divine feminine who loves us unconditionally, beyond anything we could ever receive out there. She is here, she is you, she is all of you, in you, around you, in every breath and every heartbeat. And as you come home at last, your love expands beyond what you could ever imagine, beyond the possibilities of your imagination, and into the realm of potentiality to dance with the cosmic mystical essence. The more we can heal our heart wounds and open up ourselves to receive more love from the universe, to get closer to that love, the more our manifestations will show up around us too. And we will be experiencing more joy, more peace, more abundance, more love, more fun. It's a beautiful journey that we don't always realize when we think that we want something, that we want to create a certain lifestyle. It's the journey there that becomes the most beautiful process. A journey of becoming. So, becoming the magnetic magic of a soulfully aligned woman, right? Imagine being the one who is unhindered by things that are going on around her, that she is soft and gentle, yet strong and wise, that she is standing centered in her heart, that when anything ever happens, she knows all she has to do is take a few minutes to check into her heart, and she knows how to do that quickly and easily and stand in that in beautiful, empowered light. That's that's a beautiful woman to be around. That is a woman that is magnetic. That is a woman that attracts other people to her and all the things that she desires in her heart. And she stands in that integrity and in that light. And that's our journey. Okay, so let me just explain now. If you've had enough and you need to go, you can go. I'm going to explain how this works with the three different programs. So first we have every month when women gather. When women gather is the first 3 Wednesday evenings of each month, where we gather together as if we are gathering in our teepee together to meditate, to bring our energy together, to commune with our higher powers, to enhance our own connection, our own psychic growth abilities, intuition, and remember to walk humbly with this power. So this is intentionally created so that as we grow our power and become more empowered, as we stand in our light, as we become so good at manifesting and receiving, we remember to walk humbly, right? And in reverence with this beautiful power that we are working with, that we are co creating with. So that is when women gather 3 beautiful evenings together in the month, and it's $88 for the 1 month. Okay, so each month is a whole different kind of focus. Last month we focused on our own energetic frequency, and it was beautiful. We actually all all of us ended up in a journey, a guided meditation, and we all saw the same power animal that came to us. So that's how connected we are in that. Now, so there's that option. Now, we also have the 5 day immersion of Heal the Heart Wounds, and that is what I explained. We are going deep to become aware of all the areas that we are behaving from, that the patterns that we have in our life, how we have created ourselves in response to what has happened in our past, and how we get to let that go because it is limiting us, right? We've been raised by people that had limitations, and we are going to create someone new. That is going to start on February 8th in the evening at 7 p.m. There are 5 sessions together, and guided meditations, channelings, and it's all in a private Facebook group and will all be recorded, and you'll get the replay. You also will have access to it in a Teachable account so that you will have it forever. Okay. And then the last one is clearing debris through forgiveness. And it's a beautiful 6 week journey with so much in there. And I am so excited. It is one of my most, I think it is my most popular program. The women that have gone through that keep coming back to walk it again with me because they know how powerful, how many incredible shifts they've had in their life, how many things have gotten cleared up and cleared away through that 6 week program. And it is an absolute bargain price, and it is $497. Thanks, Kimber. Kimber says it's so powerful. It is $497 for the full 6 weeks, and I'm not kidding you when I say that is a bargain, because the shifts that happen for you, you can't put a price on that. You get 6. We get together at the beginning of each week for a live group gathering. And then you get, like, it's 5 out of the 7 days, you get like a little 10-minute video from me walking you through each day, giving you inspiration, prompts, um, art journal prompts, things to connect with, different spirit animals to connect with. We go deep, and it's beautiful. Life changing, yes. And it has been for me. Every single time I go through that program, I shift in a new and different way. So I love walking through it with you. We do have it in Teachable, and we also have our private Facebook group. And so this year, because I'm learning more about Facebook, I'm actually going to be adding all the videos into the guide section so that you can easily see them on your phone. One of the drawbacks with Teachable is that it's not as easy to access on your phone. You know, if you need you're getting your daily prompts through. It's not quite as easy as jumping into a Facebook group and going, okay, oh, there's the video for today. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you to be guided day by day by day through that 6 weeks. And it is a beautiful journey. And we paint our wings. By the end, I have videos that walk you through how to paint your wings. Um, we paint. Um, oh, what else did we paint? We painted a snake and owls, I think. Like we go deep into the, oh, and whales. We go deep into the energy of the totem animals that are there to help us walk this path. So that is starting after the 5-day immersion. So you can decide if you want to keep going. And if you take the 5-day heal your heart wounds and you do want to keep going, then I'm going to give you $100 credit towards the clearing debris through forgiveness. Okay. So I will start to advertise the links. I hope that you have gained some nuggets and some things to work through tonight. So you're going through your list and you're going to look at everything that you listed and think about, well, where did I learn that? How was that modeled in my life? How did I pick that up? Right? Mm. So you guys, if you have any questions, I'm just going to take a minute to pop through the feed here and make sure. But if you have any questions or comments, definitely stay on and I can answer them. Oh, you're so welcome, Carla. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for bringing your beautiful energy, all of you. Thank you, thank you. It is my pleasure to do this, you know. This is my walk of healing too. Okay, perfect. I'm not seeing anything else, I don't think. If anything does come up and you have a question, you can message me or you can put it into this feed and I will see it. I'll keep an eye on it. And I'm looking forward to our journey. So, When Women Gather begins February 2nd. Let me just, here, I'll give you the specific date to get my calendar. Um, February 2nd, 9th, and 16th are When Women Gather, and their evenings are at 7 p.m. February 8th is the first day of Heal the Heart Wounds, and it goes until the 17th. And then, yes, Clearing Debris Through Forgiveness begins February 20th. It goes for 6 weeks, so it's going to take us right through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right through to the end of March. And then you will be all set for spring. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for being here. I love you. Have a beautiful night. Mwah.